Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and this is my review of the Hahnel Pro Remote Control. This is a Combi TF for the Canon range of digital SLR cameras. I'm going to show you what you get inside the packaging, then pop it on top of my Canon 60D and show you it in action as well. So let's get this open. Now this is not only a sort of a remote control for your camera, so remote shutter release, but it also has a flash trigger in it as well, so you can remotely trigger flashes and they can either be on or off the camera. So this is the sort of the remote receiver, and then this top section, this is the remote control. So we pop those two to one side. We go further down into the packaging, we get some connections for your camera, so we're going to pop those down to one side as well. Further down in the packaging we get some really nice instructions and also some extra information about flash gun use. So good amount of detail in here, all illustrated how to get up and running. And then in the very bottom of the packaging, the all important batteries that we're going to install in one of the units. So let's get these batteries into that unit first. Now this one here, just to let you know, let's take this off. This comes pre-installed with a battery. It's a CR2032. We've also got some little switches in here as well, 1, 2, 3 and 4. That's if you're going to use it with multiple different triggers, because you can obviously have, say, 4 of these set up and control them all from the one remote. And then we're going to open this up, open these batteries. I can get into them. Here we go. So these are AA batteries, so the receiver takes 2 AA's. Just while I've got this open, I'll just point out to you we've got the same switches in here as well, so these obviously have to match what's on the sender unit. So let's pop these batteries in. Just check we've got the same settings for this test. So here we've got switches 1 through to 4 all switched to the off position, and the same on the receiver as well. So we'll pop these covers back on. Now while I've got these turned upside down, you'll see that this one's got a hot shoe mount. This one here can actually be mounted onto a tripod as well, so it's got a tripod mount as well, so really good. And we've got the hot shoe mount replicated on this top bit here. That bit all become apparent when I get my Canon 60D into view. So let's just recap on that. You can install this on top of the camera, or if you want to install it on a tripod for remote flash trigger, you can do that as well, but we're going to pop it on top of the Canon, tighten it down. So there we go, that's that into place. And then we've got a connector on the side here, 2 different cables supplied with 2 different connections. We are going to use this one for the Canon 60D, this cable here with this type of connector. You might well need this one with your particular camera, but I don't. I'm going to put that to one side, and let's pop this into this connector here, and then we'll open up our side socket on the camera, and we've got our remote connection down the bottom here on the Canon 60D, so we're going to attach that into there. Pop this cable to one side so you can still see my screen, and then we're all set up and ready to go. So I've got everything set up now. I've got my little figure here just off behind the camera, and I've got my shutter release or the transmitter in my hand. I just want to show you there's a couple of different controls on here. I can actually put the switch to the right hand position, and this gives me a 4-second delay once I've pushed that button. If I put it to the left hand position, this is used for normal shutter release, the bulb function and continuous shooting. If I just turn the camera around as well, there's also an additional switch on the top here. Now I can either push it all the way to the left to turn the unit off, or I can push it one section to the right, and this is with just normal power on, or I can use it in this last one, this last setting, setting number 2, and that's for if the transmitter doesn't necessarily match the brand of camera. So it should still work, but it will use more battery in that particular setting. So put it back to that middle position. There's also an LED on the front here, and there's an LED on here as well. And when everything's working correctly, they both turn to green. So let's turn this back round. Let's put live view back on so you can see my little model in the camera view there. And I've just got it on a normal single shot mode. So I'm going to push the button here, and as I push, the green button comes on, the focus is locked. I've also got a green button on the top front of the receiver, and then I push in all the way to take the photo. Very, very simple. I can even pop this drive mode on the 60D round into continuous shooting, and I'll do that again. So push and hold to focus, and then hold in for continuous shooting. So you get the idea. Very, very effective. The fact that this can also be used to remote trigger flashes as well makes this fantastic value for money. So this was my review of the Hahnel Combi TF Pro remote for Canon cameras. You can get them for other brands as well. £62 in the UK, $90 in the US. You will not be disappointed. This is a great unit, and certainly one that I'm glad I'm able to add this to my collection. Well, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out all of Hahnel's products on their website. That's at hahnel.ie. The link is in the video description, and I'll see you all next time in the next Geekanoids video.
This video is sponsored by mymemory.co.uk. For great prices, free UK delivery and reliable customer support, visit mymemory.co.uk.